Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we're playing a Dimir deck. I didn't know, I guess Dimir mid-range, Dimir aggro, Dimir control. It's really hard to pin it down. But this deck is probably one of the most Dimir decks I have played in a long time. If that means something to you and you understand what I'm getting at, then this might be the deck you want to see today. If that sounds good, then stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, the current cover model on Buns of Steel magazine, Dr. You Can't Suck It. Yes, thank you. Film before a live studio audience. Thank you so much. You can't suck it. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on the Aether Hub, posted by MagicDeckAnalisis, and it's called Parenlo, which I believe means stop it already. I had a hard time trying to figure out how to translate this thing back to English. I think it means stop it already. Stop it. Stop it. Something like that. Anyways, I tried to figure out what this deck is, and as far as I can tell, this is just a Dimir deck. Dimir. It's the most Dimir deck I think I've seen in a long time. It doesn't have a particular focus other than to do the most Dimir things possible. Killing and drawing cards, pretty much. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the cards of this deck. We'll talk a little bit how it works, and we're going to go out and crush some hopes and dreams. All right, what do we got today? We've got Counterspell, or create a little flying dude. Little flying dude with an artifact that allows you to go potentially looking for other lands. Kills small creatures, copies creatures, allows you and your opponent to draw cards, pins down opponents' dudes, kills little creatures, gets rid of cards out of other people's hands, kills creatures. Death Touch guy that puts out vampire babies with lifelink and or lets you draw cards and lose life. This allows you to draw cards every time one of your creatures deals damage to another player. This one forces them to lose 2 life whenever they draw a card. You gain 2 life whenever you draw a card. And what does Kaito do? Ninjas out as a creature. It becomes like a 3/4. Has hexproof. Then you can pump it up. You know, all your ninjas, of which we only have 1. Get +1/+1, or you can use it to surveil 2 and then draw a card if an opponent lost life this turn. Or you can use his ability to put 2 stun counters and tap a creature. So then we got manland right there, we got a manland right there, and a bunch of other dual lands, and there we go. So what are we going to do? We're going to get out a bunch of little flying guys, lots of flying, right? And then we're going to kill little guys, apparently, potentially get out some guys with Death Touch that'll help to defend, doing a lot of card drawing along the way, and then hopefully using that to keep our life up as well as forcing our opponent to draw, which will get them to lose life. If worse comes to worse, we got manlands to back us up, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, as you can see, it's just so Dimir. It's just, I'm going to control the board somewhat with the blue and the black in blue and black kind of ways. But I got a bunch of flying guys and some death touchy guys. Kaito's weird. But, between the pinning things down and the drawing cards, why not? Why not, right? All right, so that's it. Now, before we go out and do our damage, let's do as we do every night. Let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Hands together. Dear Black Queen Sheoldred, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentations of the women. All right, playing against Daerok. Okay, Daerok, whatever, man. 23. He looks like he's cheap. He's not. I mean, I could put him out as a flying 1/1 if I wanted to, but I'm not. 1, 2, 3. Trick or treat. We're getting a lot of lands. Demon, blah, 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 blah. Let's just do this. Verge. Ninja! And take a little look around. I do not need that. Can I double kill using that? Let's take a look at the demon real quick here. 2, so it'd be a 3. It'd be way too powerful for me to kill with the turret in my hand. Let's get rid of that. Ha. The lands are getting aggressive in this game. That sucks. So we'll put out a solid 1. That gives us stuff. Number 1. No, you can suck it. That's what you can do. All right, we'll flood pit somebody. All right, getting out of the Kaito sounds like fun. What do you cost me? 2? Eh. All right, we're coming at him slowly but surely. I can't kill that guy. What does he have in his hand at this point? Target, opponent exiles creature, planeswalker, greatest power amongst whatever. We'll go take it. Trying to be all sneaky on me. I got ninjas. Okay, yeah, here we go. Ninja! Let's look at our future. No! And no. Just keep handing me the worst crap in the world. Yeah, and we got a land out of the deal. Ridiculous. You really want to get rid of him really badly, huh? One, two. All right, so I got a flying preacher. That's cool. I think we just ignore him. We'll be fine. Let's just do this. Kill. I got a bunch of flying guys. What is that? 4, 5, 6? And no blockers. Everything's cool. Have a good time. All right, so if I open up the land, the problem is it's on the ground, and he'll just turn into some demons or something. All right, cool. We can counterspell something. That'll be fun. Except for that guy's got a lot of mana. I'll keep this just in case. And we win. And we win. See you later, Daerok. Victory! Rank up. Alright, playing against Suggs, as people are commonly known. Keep. I gotta turn off these TVs. I don't want to waste electricity. This is always such a weird deck for me. I'm not exactly sure what to do with it. I mean, sure, you put out the Spyglass Sirens, but they don't really, like, do anything other than provide flying so you can get Kaito out. Is Kaito that great? Eh. You turn this off so you don't catch your card on fire. That would be extraordinarily bad, wouldn't it? Go! Go, go, Speed Racer! Ninja! That's ninjas, baby! I'll tell you what, let's just pump. Fine, I don't know, go for your hand or something. Let's do a little of that. Don't be looking at me, weird floor Jawas. I might bet I get in the way of you playing your Nintendo. All right, come on, man. You got apparently a lot of things to do. That's it. You're gonna draw some cards and then let me pick it out of your hand. You just afraid that I was going to take that card away from you or something? I got a single left. All right, let's just go for the attack first. That's fine. Mana, really? Yeah, whatever. That's fine. All right, we could flare out with a nice Faerie Mastermind on his turn. He already had that in there, huh? One with the universe. I didn't give you much of a choice, huh? Did I? He's got the ability to turn it back multiple times. I could try killing it again, as one does. Floodpits Drowner. Okay, let's get rid of that. That's fine. Let's just do that. And we're prepared to anoint with Affliction. I can only do that with mana value 3 or less. Always flash this guy out. It is mana value is a lot more than 3. Nothing I can do. We'll keep it going full steam. That's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and ninja up. And there we go. I think we just won. Victory! All right, playing against Matco 101010101. I will shut up his guy, mute him in the middle of it so we can keep him from having to pay attention to his bullshit. Yeah, put out another dude, as one does, keeping our black available for potentially shooting something he's going to put out. Four is a little too spendy for us. I just don't care. All right, number 3. We have the ability to kill 2 things, provided they're cheap enough. My turn. I guess I could have flashed it in the middle of combat, right? He doesn't want me to draw cards, so he's going to kill something. Nice. All right. You're doing well, deck. Congratulations. Uh-huh. So you're playing, what are you playing up here? Black and red, Rakdos, and you pulled out a blue creature. You can use it to shoot my own guys, huh? It's only that guy. I'll attack. I push it like a billion times, man. Do you want to chump your last guy out there? You can. You can chump him. That just prevents me from drawing a card. Congratulations. Oh, how have we been this far in the game and he's only down to 17? There's only 1 card. Ooh, interesting. What does this guy cost? I'd have to have a lot for that. Oh, I get to draw 2 cards. That's a lot of life, baby. Like a Mockingbird my way into another Floodpits Drowner, which would then allow me to pin down as a Tali. Or I could just kill it. Victory! All right, we're playing against CMD R. Shep. Commander Shep, 1576. All right. Blue, huh? So that means I can play the Spyglass straight up. With a little bit of pain. Hello, fake Cubert and real Cubert. How you guys doing? All right, 2. We'll bat up. What you got? What a jerk. All right, we got that Zur. Zur's, what does it cost? Only 3 to put out? I don't have any direct creature kill. That's just for bouncing your own stuff out. Without a mana man, I'd highly recommend it. Unless you already did. I don't remember who went first here. Get in the pod. All right, Commander Shep. You're starting to bore me. That is not a good thing. All right, so I could try to counterspell. That's what I can really do against Zur the Enchanter. Which would pin him down completely. That is his entire game is playing Zur the Enchanter. The Overlords are good. It's just that they're, second tier. I swear, do not swim at the same pace as my fish. I do not like it. Yeah, that's horrible, dude. I feel bad for you. I'm sorry. But I'm all out of tricks at this point. You can pretty much do whatever you want. How are you only down to 18? I felt like I've been beating on you like every turn. All right, now we got moths to deal with. That's going to be a problem. All right, Faerie Mastermind, we could flash in. He'll have 5 mana. You can do a lot with 5 mana. You can flash in both of our guys. He's got nothing. I could use him to start drawing a lot, which is good. How much it cost me? 4 to draw? All my guys have weak butts. Yeah, draw 2 cards, man, with Sheoldred out. That sounds like a great idea. You gonna come at me, brah? Use the other half. Bounce that thing out. All right. Darkslick. Who are we going to pump here? Pump the jam. I can tell you what, let's draw some cards. All right, so we've got 4. He could block 2. Let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to get at least 2 through. That's 4 points. Oh, no. I can get 3 points through. There we go. And Sheoldred will take care of the rest. Draw your card, baby. Oh, no! He totally smoked me. I still just have to get through one more guy. What you gotta do is, I'm gonna say, yeah, bounce that guy in now so you get 2 more dudes out. Oh, that is rough. All right, here we go. Let's see if he's got anything good in his hand. There we go. Cancel attacks, no attacks. And draw your card. And victory. Victory. All right, we're playing against French Clown, also known as Lake Clown. Deep. Nope. We have this guy can come out for 3. That guy can come out for 3. You're definitely a 4 though. All right, so we got a ninja next turn. I'm going to put out a creature. I could potentially kill it. We'll see if it's worth it. I'm playing Mardu. I love Mardu. You start a ghost suck in there. There's something strange in the neighborhood. Who are you gonna call? Ninja! Let's see. I've got plenty of this. That's probably pretty decent. Let's take that. Okay, he doesn't like Kaito being out there. All right, I'm going to Deep-Cavern Bat, as one does. He's got a lot of kill. He's got a lot of kill. All right, so you can use Sheoldred's Edict to get rid of Kaito. That's what's going to happen. Ooh, that's weird. That's a weird choice. You're out of mana. Flash! Gordon! He's going to save the universe. All right, this will keep things open. We got creatures, many of them. Any manlands? Oh, all right, one of them. There's a demon. What do I got here? 4, 5, 6. This guy is a 3. You just kill what, the 4? All right, we can just pin it down. That'll be fun. Pin! Come on, work. I didn't think about what I was doing. He's up to 9. I'm not going to get there anyway. That's fine. He's up to 2. We're drawing like crazy. All right, we got another Floodpits. That's cool. All we got to do is sneak 2 points past you at some point. I think this might be the end. I think we might be seeing a P-Pants here in a second. P-Pants! I still think I can sneak 2 points past you, man. You can take the Floodpits Drowner. That's what you should do. And, oh, you're up to 4. Dang it. Oh, I should have sent off my land is what I should have done. You can only block 2 guys. I'll get at least 2 guys through. That's it. But I got one guy that's a singleton, so he'll have 1 point of life left after that. There you go. That'll finish the game off. And draw your card, hippie. Unless you can kill poor Sheoldred. You can. This guy's got lots of answers. Like, if you want to keep Deep-Cavern Bat, that's probably a good idea. Nope, you're wasting it. You only got 1 man at this point. You're back up to 3. Congratulations. And we win! Potty Pants! Potty Pants! Alright, so here we are with Dimir. Dimir. This deck is so Dimir, it's just hard to put anything on it at all. Any actual names, because it just does Dimir things. All right, let's talk about it then. I mean, it was good. I mean, it was a good deck. I ended up getting 64% win rate. You know, that's practically 2 out of every 3 games. It had a nice curve to it. You would draw cards. It did some damage. Nothing huge. I think that's the big thing, is there wasn't any combos, nothing like aggressive in it. The card draw mixed with Sheoldred was really good for you. You know, I guess what we're trying to say, the Faerie Mastermind and Sheoldred goes along nicely, because that way, even when you could force your opponent to draw cards, which would cause them to take more damage. You know, Sheoldred is a 4. 4 was the maximum that you were playing on this, so it's almost an aggro deck. So, but it didn't feel aggro because everything was a little expensive. I want to say, how can anything be expensive when it was 1, 2, or 3 to put out? We got a lot of guys for 1. I guess they just felt slow to a certain degree. Siren Spyglass comes out, sure he does. And then you're flying around doing 1 point of damage. Maybe you had a couple other guys that are doing 1 or 2 points of damage. The damage we were dealing just wasn't a lot at any particular point. So, how did we win as much as we did? I still don't know. It's kind of like I just looked up at some point and they were low enough that I'm like, all right, we can do this. We can finally win. I was almost like thinking my manlands were the big secret weapons because they were 3s and 4s. Kaito was pretty cool. But, I mean, what did he really do? I mean, he was just a guy that came out at 1 second and snuck 3 points of damage in. After that, mostly he was there just for drawing a card. I mean, the stun counter was pretty cool, but I just, you can only use it like generally once before he was practically almost dead. All right, let's just call it at that. It was an okay deck. It just didn't do anything special. Let's put it that way. All right, let's go. Who was the MVP? Who was the most valuable player? I was just playing another Dimir deck. Enduring Curiosity was really the most valuable player. Just because of all the card draw. I'm going to say, yeah, it was Enduring Curiosity again. Just because this deck has some things going on and you really needed to get to those cards. Like, essentially, you want Sheoldred, right? But just so that the card draw would help give you tons of life and would start to punish your opponent. But to get to Sheoldred, you needed Enduring Curiosity. You didn't have that much card draw going on otherwise. Faerie Mastermind did, but you needed 4 mana for that. You can only do 1 per turn. Enduring Curiosity took you 4, but then it was however many creatures did damage to an opponent. You're trying a lot more cards with Enduring Curiosity. Mockingbird was cool. I really hated cut down because it's like I say, I call this one turd in my hand because the vast majority of the time I have this card, I can't use it. I think 2 is probably the best for this, and then put in 2 of something else. Like Anoint with Affliction is horrible because once again, it's only for little things. There we go. Go for the throat. Better. There's not as many artifact creatures out. I'd probably pull these guys down, get rid of like 2 of these and that one right there, and put in 3 of something else. That like the one that kills, that doesn't do mercenaries or something. That's always a good counter mix for Go for the Throat. Because you need more ability to kill big creatures. And this deck is kind of not in that arena. Because what's the point of doing it? In this case, it's like it's still 2 mana. And it's like, I don't know why we're limiting ourselves. I'm not dealing with poison, so we'll never be able to do it. There's much better 2 mana kills than this. All right, so today's MVP is going to be Enduring Curiosity. Enduring Curiosity, congratulations. You are going to Disneyland. All right, and then let's get to, was this deck competitive? 64% makes it into a competitive deck. It did very well when I was on the ladder as well as casual. I lost sometimes. It happens. Other times, but most times I didn't. It was a good, solid deck. So I'm going to say, yeah, it was a competitive deck. Number 2, was it a fun deck? That's where it wasn't as fun as I would hope. That's the problem with why I don't play Dimir decks very often. They seem to really be focused a lot on drawing cards and countering people. And then you playing, some other stuff, whatever's going on with the rest. In black, you got some cool things going on. Control, really. This one wasn't into countering too much. It was more into drawing cards. I gotta say, Floodpits Drowner is really, really good. I do like his ability to tap things and put a stun counter on it. So super stun. Plus, then you can use it to get rid of stuff potentially after that. This guy, yeah, I was making copies of this guy. He was cool. Or I would ninja him with Kaito to bounce him back so I can use him again. Yeah, Floodpits Drowner was really cool. This was, it's like, that you were a Dimir player. You know it, right? And if you are, then yeah, you will love this deck. Now, as more of an aggro Rakdos guy, this deck was good for the black part, and the blue was okay, but it was too slow. That's my problem. I wasn't doing enough. Sure, Floodpits Drowner was pinning people down, but I wasn't killing people. That's what the black was for. But the black was focused on little guys too much. So then I had a couple guys with Death Touch out there. Sure, they're good blockers. Mockingbird can kind of fill in the blanks where you need to. I mean, altogether, this deck, it has all the pieces it needs to be a good winning deck. And the stats don't lie, it does. But I just it didn't spark joy in me. So I'm going to say, no, it's not a fun deck. But I know that's just a me thing. It's just me. It didn't spark joy in me. It might in you. And people play this kind of crap all the time. So I'm going to have to give 2 different scores, one for everybody else and one for me. No, this is not a good fun deck, but I know that other people are going to love it. All right, let's move on. Was this deck interesting? No, I mean, once again, it's not meta, right? You're not seeing this thing played. Kaito, I've been seeing it a lot lately. Kaito's coming out. But the rest of this deck, yeah, I mean, it's a semi-interesting mix because it's not something you see very often. but it's like the same cards that you see being played in other decks like all the time. Now, I think that's really the problem, is that we're at the end, of a set release. Foundation's been out a while. We're getting the new Aether Drift out in a few weeks here. It's right now everybody's playing with all the cards that they're used to playing with, because that's what we play with, the stuff that we know. And it's a slightly different mix, which makes it interesting. And so at this particular point in the meta, yes, this is the best you're going to get as far as an interesting deck is concerned. Does it feel interesting? No, it doesn't, because we're playing with stuff we've been playing with forever. The mix is slightly different, but we're still hitting the high points of what we would be doing with a deck that is Dimir anyway. So I'm happy to see like some new cards in here in this standardy Dimir deck. But when by that I mean Kaito and Mockingbird. Everything else is just so incredibly Dimir boring. I mean, you can't, even Enduring Curiosity, I guess, would be considered new. It's good to see Sheoldred coming back again. Soulstone Sanctuary is another newish card. But all these just seem so like it has to be there because this is a Dimir deck. So once again, I'm mixed on whether it's interesting. It doesn't feel interesting, but it's a lot more interesting than it could be. Let's put it that way. All right, there we go. Man, I am just riding the line on this one. All right, so let's add this all up. Was this deck competitive? Yes. Was this deck fun? Yes. Was it interesting? Yes. But then let's go back. Was it competitive? Yes. Was it fun? Not as much as it should have. And was it interesting? Oh, it's so boring in comparison to, getting new cards with new meta and new mechanics and everything. So, no. So therefore, one of the things is say this is an A+ deck, A+. And the other thing is going to say this was an A-. Just because it wasn't as fun as it could have been, and it was kind of dull. So, just depends on the way you look at it, baby. Either you're going to love it, and it's going to do great, which it's going to do fine, or you're going to find it kind of boring, and you're going to do great because it's a good deck. So good luck, A-, A+. I don't know how to score this, as I'm required by federal law to say, if you decide to play with this deck, I hope you have as much fun with it or more than I did. All right, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. See you next time, Space Cowboys. Later.